Good morning. This is Scott Shot, Scott the Great. How you guys doing this morning? This is the early edition of Scott and Shot. Shot of coffee right now. I want to talk about our core beliefs about people's beliefs, and then I want to go to some of this crazy shit on the news. People, nobody becomes a politician at random. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's people grow up, and somebody wants to go to college and do something, but then they become a carpenter, or they become this. And there's that's random. You lose a job, you find another job. That's random employment. To become a politician, it's a thought out thing. You have to go and knock door to door and get votes and get signatures and all that, and then you get put on the ballot. Then you can the election comes and they vote for you. So being a politician, everything about a politician is something that was calculated. Somebody thought about it. They hired people to help get their message out because they believe a certain way. So they want to be a politician. They believe something's going wrong, or they want to make something better. So that's their beliefs that they have in their that they accumulated throughout their younger years, mainly when they're from about the age of 20. By the age of 20, I already knew what I was for and what I was against when it comes to a lot of real hard issues. Like, let me give you an example, like homosexuality. Excuse me. I don't believe in homosexuality. I don't believe in same-sex marriage, but it's the law. Same-sex marriage is the law, and I honor that. I honor that law. But do I agree with homosexuality? No. Do I agree with same-sex marriage? No. Do I believe in transgenderism? No. I never have, and I never will. And do I believe in illegal immigration? No, I never have. I never will. So this little segment right here that I want to talk about for a minute is just when these politicians flip flop like they do, especially the Democratic Party, when they're constantly flip flopping depending on who they're pandering to. So when they flip flop like they do, they're lying. That's how I look at it. They're just lying. There's certain beliefs that people have in them, and everybody's different. Mine are, I don't believe in these certain things, and I never will. And the difference between me and a politician is they could be paid to change their beliefs. But all you got to do to find out what they really believe in is what they were talking about all the prior years before. Like Kamala Harris. She literally flip-flopped on everything. I mean, I watched her give speeches that were so adamant about what she believed in, about no fracking, no this, no that. I mean, and all of a sudden when she starts running for president, all of a sudden she's seen the light. I've changed my position on everything, No, we've all seen her core beliefs. I mean, you can't change somebody's core beliefs, and if they tell you that they've changed, then they're lying to you. I mean, they're just lying. I mean, let's stop with the lying for one thing, and let people stand by their beliefs and have some balls and stand up and say that's what I believe in, and that's what I mean, and not be afraid of it. But so this flip flopping that everybody keeps going, that they keep doing, and that they keep doing, and then you got all these pundits on TV going, "But they changed their position." It happens. No, it doesn't happen, people. That means special interests have gotten to them, or something has to do with money, probably. So I mean, so on the flip flop, and let's just stop the flip flopping, people, because I mean, it's just them lying to you. It's a lie. Nobody flip flops on things that they believe in their heart. You know what I mean? And that's why they got into office, because that's why they wanted to be a politician. They had these beliefs that they felt adamant about, and they wanted to change, and then they get into office, and then all of a sudden, just to get elected into a position, they flip flop. And they try to convince you that they change their ways. They change, they're moving on with. Whatever you want, however you want to describe it, but it's a lie. But anyway, wow, FEMA just got caught. Screwing out the Republicans. I mean, if they have a Republican, these hurricanes they had back east, they got it on. They found paperwork, from higher up saying that if somebody has Trump supporting, Trump signs or anything that supports Trump out in their yard or anything visible, that just overlook them. Go to the next house. Can you believe that shit? our government has become so corrupt, and it's, I mean, and we're kind of lucky that the Democrats got in office for this short period of time with Biden, because their corruption is really highlighted now on an everyday basis. I mean, they are just so corrupt, people. And you Democrats that think that they're not, that the voters, they're corrupt. Remember when these hurricanes first happened? They were like, "No, FEMA's right there. They're taking care of it." Nobody saw FEMA in these Republican towns. There's no FEMA here, but they're saying it was like FEMA's on top of it. No, they're not. You watch the news now, people. It's Fox News and a lot of other ones are coming out and showing, and there's proof of it now, that they were not wanting to help half this country because of their political views. I mean, another part of our government that they messed up, that they corrupted. It's called political weaponization, people. You know, they just like all the Trump hearings that they're having. I'm trying to prosecute him in every way, shape, and form. I mean, I've never seen so much corruption in our government. I mean, it's right. They don't even hide it no more. It's right in front of our face. You know, it's like all the intel leaks that they have. They're always. I mean, 99% of the time, it's always an intel leak trying to say the Republicans are bad or evil, or stuff against our allies, like like the leak that came out with Israel a couple weeks ago. You know, they corrupted our judicial system. They corrupted the governorships of these democratic states with the sanctuary cities. That's corrupt. A sanctuary city for illegal aliens? Oh my God. And when you hear the justifications for it, also people won't be afraid to come and tell about a crime. Well, who cares? No more sanctuary cities. You know, they're finding cocaine in the White House. You know, they're making porno movies at the Capitol. I mean, homosexual ones at that. You know, man, this election cycle, this last 4 years, and even the 4 years before that, I mean, with the Russia hoax and all that, I mean, how much more does a Democratic voter have to see before they realize that their party is whacked? They put in a bunch of children that are playing these little games. They don't know nothing about nothing. These people are ignorant. I mean, thank God for Trump. They would have tanked this country so bad if they got into office another 4 years. If Harris would have gotten into office after all the, I mean, Biden is a joke. Biden is by far the worst president of all time. I mean, Jimmy Carter was so much better. I mean, he was horrible. So if he was horrible, that tells you how bad Biden is. I mean, man, the deceit, the corruption, the lies. I mean, how many times do they got to get caught? You know, as a voter, you would think that after the Russia hoax, when it was proven to be a fucking hoax, you would have thought every Democratic voter would have said, "Man, that was a hoax." Well, it was obvious it was a hoax, but some people, you know, they need to hear it officially before they believe it. Well, it was said officially that it's a hoax. It's been proven beyond a reasonable doubt, but people still vote Democratic. Man, how much corruption does somebody have to see in a party they vote for before they realize that it's not about party, it's about common sense? You know what I'm saying? It's not about party, it's about common sense, people. You know, I vote for a party until I see them being stupid. If the Republicans were doing what I've been seeing the Democrats do, I would have walked away from the Republican Party a long time ago, because corruption is corruption. I mean, there's a right way and a wrong way to win. I mean, we're not kids no more. This is the real world. The real world we live in. There's real consequences for everything that happens. Kind of like with Biden on the world scene right now. I mean, since Biden's been in office, I mean, they found coke in the White House, pornos being made at the Capitol. I mean, what does the world think about us? A stuttering old man goes on TV and starts talking about corn pop. I mean, corn pop. What the fuck is that? I mean, he talks lies about his son being in war. He talks all this crazy stuff. I mean, I'll take him behind the barn. I mean, what kind of president talks like that? I mean, but anyway, I mean, all I got to say is thank God. You know, this FEMA thing's got me on one right now. I mean, people are back there, lost their lives. They lost their homes, their jobs, their towns are demolished. And FEMA and the Democratic Party and the people that run FEMA don't want to help them because they have a political view, because they like Donald Trump, because they think differently than them. Fuck them. That's what they said. Fuck them, basically. Go on to the next house. What is that all about? Man, oh man. I shit you not, people. I hope to God not another Democratic a congressman or senator or anybody that votes Democratic ever becomes a president of our country again. I think they fumbled the ball so bad on these last 4 years that it's horrible. It's horrible. Thank God for Donald Trump coming back and winning so decisively. I mean, and they still have all this rhetoric that they're talking. So many finger pointing. I mean, they don't get it. These people just don't get it. Hence, we need to open up mental institutions again, because we got too many people that are crazy anymore. I mean, they have absolutely no common sense. I mean, no checks and balances on anything in our government no more. I mean, we already seen that checks and balances don't work. Joe Biden was doing all kinds of illegal stuff in there, and there's no checks and balances. Nothing he's done. I mean, so thank God for Donald Trump. But I hope you people are starting to see the volume of corruption that was going on over the last 4 years. I mean, it's like I've never seen in my life. I don't think I've ever seen any real corruption. I mean, that's just out in our face like I see today. I mean, senators and congressmen and presidents of the past had a little more class about trying to hide it. You know what I mean? At least trying to hide it. I mean, a little bit. I mean, I can understand that, but right now, I mean, and then they get caught, and then they owned up to it. You know, it's like Nixon. He got caught, you know, on Whitewater or whatever it was called, you know, back in the day, and he resigned. You know, I mean, people, they actually had some class, even though they got caught messing up. Even though they got caught messing up, they had some class. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's my point. No self responsibility, no self accountability. I mean, there is for us. If I did any of that kind of stuff, I'd be in jail. You know, you'd be in jail. I'd be in jail. They'd be in jail, but they're not in jail. You know what I'm saying? These people in FEMA, they ought to be thrown in jail, not just fired. I mean, they work for the government. I mean, there's people's lives at stake here. I mean, they get caught doing what they just got caught doing. You know, skipping over people's houses for help because they're Republicans. That should be a prison offense, a felony. I mean, you represent the United States of America. You represent people that put you into office, and you're supposed to act accordingly, especially if you work for that administration. Act accordingly. You don't have to like it, but you treat everybody the same. You get what I'm saying? I mean, it's you know, lives were lost, people. Cities, towns, and little cities were flooded out beyond repair. I mean, devastated. I mean, totaled. I mean, mudslides. I mean, all kinds of crazy stuff. Now you got all the fires back there. Is FEMA gonna? You don't want FEMA coming around? Well, they're not gonna come around because I haven't seen any videos where you see any FEMA on the boots too much over there, and you know, back in the South, you know, North Carolina and all them, where all those storms hit, all the hurricanes. I mean, 2 in a row. That's why, you know, even though I don't like California, at least the weather over here is maintainable. You know, it's livable without any kind of major disasters except for a fire every damn day. I mean, bad thing about California is a major fire every day, it seems like, around here. Outside, I just went outside to take my garbage out, and it smells like big time smoke out there right now. So let's get back to Donald Trump. Thank God for Donald Trump. I'm still on a high. I still feel great. What else I got on here? Intel leaks. I mean, I'm just saying, people. So yeah, I just had to get on here this morning and vent a little bit. You know, I'm not buzzed yet, so that's my problem. I'm not buzzing yet, but I gotta wait about another 5 minutes. I'm just kidding. It's hot in my house. All right, people. This is Scott in a Shot. I mean, I hope you have a good day. I hope you're seeing things for what they are. And when we have a government right now with the Democrats that is corrupt. It's beyond corrupt. They're sick. They're evil. I mean, they're little children, people. These are children that never grew up. They throw tissy fits. They throw little tantrums. I mean, they're just unbecoming of a government of any country, much less the United States. Unbecoming of any government. The way our government's been acting over the last 4 years. The rhetoric that comes out of their mouth every day. I mean, always talking stupid crap. I mean, I don't even know where they're coming from. I sit here going, what the fuck you just say? Especially with Joe Biden. I mean, especially with Joe Biden. I mean, somebody stuff a sock in his mouth and tell him to shut the F up. He can't just get him off the stage, man. I mean, carry him off, show him the way. I don't want him getting hurt. I don't want him tripping again. I mean, so, all right, guys, this is Scott in the Shot. I'm out.